Hey, what's going on, baby? What's happening? What's shaking? What's popping? It is time to get it started. Tonight, we are talking about lying, cheating ass Derrick Jaxn. That's what's up next on Raw Talk Live. Hey, what's going on, babies? It's me, Ms.B. Welcome to another edition of Raw Talk Live. Hey, it has been hot and heavy on social media all this week when we start talking about folks who are holier than thou and and who don't follow not one single thing about the advice they give to you. Ladies, we have got to be careful about these so-called relationship gurus, men who like to break the men code on the pretense of giving us good advice and hipping us to the game. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they are effing out of both drawers, legs, hitting up on everything that ain't tied down, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes. The one in question, the one in the news this week is Derrick Jaxn. Now, I don't know if you followed him. I wasn't a follower of his, but I know about him, okay? And he's not the only one. He's not the only one out there. There are more who also break the man code and on the pretense of catering to women. You know why? Because they know that single women and divorced women are hurt and broken and looking for love, and they take advantage of that. They take advantage of that, and they come on making you feel like, you know, they're on your side and they got your best interest at heart and all of that good stuff. But baby, who, as my mama used to say, was done in the dark will surely come to light. Ain't that right, girlfriend Peggy?
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's just a matter of time.
That's all it is.
It's a matter of time.
That is all it is. Want to say hello to my friends already joining us in the digital building. Michelle Thagard. Yes, baby. What's going on, Miss Reese? Mrs. Thagard, we're happy to have you in the building. Thanks for joining us. And you too, beautiful lady. She's doing real fine too. Got married just a couple of years ago.
Yes, I moved out to my neck of the woods too.
Oh, didn't she now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's kind of like your neighbor almost.
Yes, I got some company out here.
And of course, my dear friend and actress Crystal Clark in the building. Girl, it's almost showtime for us with this movie. You know, so thank you for always being there. You know, I appreciate it greatly. Michelle says, yes, honey, she's out there in your neck of the woods. Peggy, of course, is down in Florida, and she's in the Ponciana area in Florida. I'm up in Georgia in the Atlanta area. And so, you know, that's what's going on with us. My baby brother joining us. Thank you so much. Ricardo. Yes. Greetings to you too, my brother. You know, we're happy to have him in the building. Ricardo does a lot of things. Of course, he's a professional, but he is also an R&B writer and singer and music producer, and he's an author. And he has written a couple of books, you know, aimed at relationships with men and women. And so we are going to have Ricardo join us next week because he says chivalry isn't dead. And all ladies love chivalry. Don't we love some chivalry?
Oh, we love it.
Yes, honey. Open the door for me. Jump out the car and run around and open up the door for me. I'm telling you that if that don't get your coochie a little moist, I don't know what will. Run ahead of me and get the door in front of me. Listen, you know because sex and romance start early. They
Yes,
start
it
way
does.
before you get to the bedroom. So
Yes.
if you want to be friends with me like that, then that's what we need to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what needs to happen. You need to show me
Okay.
some love. Good evening, Janet Fraction, always in the house. Thank you for your support. Hello with your beautiful self as well. My dear friend Kim Brickhouse, holding it down. Good evening to
Hold it
you.
up.
All right, Jane in the digital building. That's right.
Yes.
That's
Change.
on. Jane is up here with me in Atlanta, and she keeps it real. She keeps it real. That's right, honey. Yes, yes. Crystal said, "Give it to me, baby. Give me all the chivalry." So we'll be talking about that with Ricardo next week, and that'll be, a good lesson for the men, I would say.
Yes.
But Peggy and I have something that we're doing that we are inviting all of the ladies to. I'm so happy to announce that Peggy is going to be the poet laureate this year for the third annual Jewels on Purpose event. This is an annual empowerment luncheon for our women, and baby, we bring it. We have some fantastic guest speakers. You're going to see some fashions. You're going to hear some poetry. We have good music. The food is fabulous. The decor is off the chain. And this year, our theme is Girl, Come Get Your Crown, because you
Yes.
are a queen. You are a jewel on purpose. Yeah, straighten that bad boy up and let's go. So we invite you to go to Eventbrite at Jewels on Purpose and get your tickets. We give you all of that for just $12. And it ain't no play food. We have some good food. It is catered by some really, really good people. So most definitely, I can't wait for you to do your thing, girlfriend Peggy.
Thank you. I'm excited and nervous. It's been a while since I've been out speaking publicly, years actually, but I'm excited about it. We're gonna let it do what it do.
All right. And
Yes.
you created Willie says he'll open doors for me. Thank you, Willie. You're
Oh,
so
how sweet
sweet.
Willie.
That's my
Oh,
Texas Ranger, okay? But yes, we're excited. So Peggy, you've created a special poem for the Jewels on Purpose ladies this year, haven't you?
yes, I have. I always write according to what the event is going to be about, so that I can hit some key points in the poem. So yes, it's written especially for this event. Hmm.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. Kathy Lovett's in the building. I always call her the ultimate supporter. She's like the super supporter, and she says definitely he has to get us ready mentally all day. Send sweet nothings to me by text. Whisper something sweet in my ear like you just met me for the first time. Get me ready. Get me ready. Yes, baby. We want to be ready. Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
let's go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Crystal
going.
said she's coming. Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, the tickets are only $12. And so, we're excited about serving our sisters in this manner. You won't regret it. DJ Mellow Yellow in the building. Hey, baby, what's going on with you? Thank you so much for joining us. All right. It is on April the 25th at 2 p.m. It's going to be in Apopka. When you go buy your tickets, you'll get you'll get the address. Yes, okay. Thank you, Kathy. I will make sure that I let Kim know. Kim Hill is my goddaughter, and she is the founder of I Am Tailor Made. And I Am Tailor Made is the sponsor for Jewels on Purpose. And I will remind her that GQ, your husband, is a photographer. And, with an event like that, you always need a photographer. So thank you for the reminder, Kathy. We appreciate that greatly. We sure do. So,
And I have one question.
go ahead.
Now, is this event strictly for women and young women,
Yes.
women, or can the kings
Yes.
join this event too?
No
It's
king.
strictly for the queens. Okay.
Just
Okay.
queen.
Yes. Okay.
It's queen stuff, queen talk. Is by queens, with queens,
For
for
queens.
queens.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Ricardo. Hey, Ricardo, that might be something you can start. Something just for the kings. Ricardo says he's
Mm.
going to be beginning his own podcast starting in May of this year, and so
Okay.
consider that. Consider something for the kings, and then after that,
Yeah.
the kings and the queens can get
Get
together.
together. Yes. Yes.
I'm getting too excited
That would be
about
great.
that.
Yes.
I'm getting way too excited about that. But hey, I do not want to keep our guests waiting. We're going to go on and get right into this conversation because it has been the hot topic of the week. And baby, let me tell you something. Whew. I can't, Peggy, we waiting for your take on it. So hey, put your hands together, show your love, put your virtual hands together. We can't hear you clap. I'm gonna get me some sound effects. You might and show your love for the one and only Terrell Vincent in the building. What you doing over there, my brother? Hello, what's going
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
ladies?
Terrell. Hey,
How
on?
y'all
hey,
doing?
Terrell.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
Good evening.
Good
I'm I'm
evening.
I'm just chill. I'm just chilling and listening to you guys get the dish and the 411 and the 911. And
Yes.
so yeah. So I tune in. I listen when I'm not working. So you guys doing an amazing job. Keep
Thank
it
you.
coming. Keep it coming. I mean it's hot.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
hot
yeah.
like it's hot
we're
like
working
those Cheetos. Hot like the Cheetos.
on it. So, Terrell, real quick, will you just share your background? Give us your credentials. And let folks know where
Oh,
you're coming
you can't see it. I put them up there. I put them up there tonight.
from. Okay, all right,
I
hold
have
on.
I have yeah,
I'm gonna get it.
yeah.
I
So
think
I'm
I think
adjusting
that's in the
my,
way. There you go.
there you go. Okay. So
Okay.
I am a licensed clinical marriage and family therapist, retired now actually, and I hold a doctorate in that. I've worked in social services and mental health for a total of about 25 years. I'm retired now. Did I say that? I
Yes,
said
you
that right.
did.
I'm
Yeah, you
retired.
keep
See,
bragging.
I
You keep
enjoy it.
bragging. You keep
Yeah, but
bragging about
I've done juvenile justice. I work with veterans. I've worked with people with developmental disabilities and people with developmental issues surrounding employment and community-based mental health. So now my wife and I are retired. We have a practice that's faith-based, and we counsels married Christian couples. We also are certified. See, I just go on. We're also what's known. There's a program called Dare. We are certified instructors for that. We taught over to the Life Center at First Baptist for about going on about 6 years. So we have a ton of experience and working with people when it comes to mental health and family issues and things like that, and especially relationships. That's our forte: relationships and marriage. So when my friend, anytime Ms.B call me, her and my friend Tony Washington and Veronica are the only people that will make me drop whatever I'm doing and go
Oh,
and help them. Miss B,
that's
me and Miss
good.
B go back to uh to flat tires. I mean, we go back like flat tires on the Cooper meal, ain't that right, Miss B?
for the
So
Cooper Bill. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Well,
Dr.
I
Jaxn
love
from
it
the top.
because we know all the radio people, Peggy, and we were sitting there.
Uh-huh.
What was it? She called me like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was there. We sitting up there. We talking about all the old radio people we know, and and all that stuff. So
That's
it's
beautiful.
always love from me to her. So and I
Yes.
was excited to get on this topic because she tells the truth about relationship. It's kind of you both do. It's kind of raw, but it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so she wanted me to talk about Kevin Samuels and my point of view about what was the other thing? Oh, and the guy who was
Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both of them are relationship, online, internet, whatever you call it, your YouTube relationship gurus, and they are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Kevin Samuels can be very harsh and comes off very harsh and very cruel towards women, like a woman basher, that type of thing, and the way he approaches counseling women. And then on the other hand, you have Derrick Jaxn, who takes a different approach. He falls in line with Coach Rod and R.C. Blakes and Tony. Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Yes,
But he falls in line with those people because he breaks the man code and makes it seem as if he is on the side of women, and that he's going to tell you the background of a male psyche so that you can protect yourself in relationships, when actually he is a narcissistic predator of women is what he is.
Okay.
What it seems.
Well, here. So you want me to go ahead and jump right in?
Well, you know what? I do. I do. Ray, thanks for checking in, Ray Marine. He said he gonna have to take a commercial break. Much love to you too, baby. But I wanted to give Peggy an opportunity to give her take on the Derrick Jaxn incident and his cheating on his wife and then going live on Instagram with her, in what I think is a fake put on apology. But go ahead, girlfriend Peggy.
Well, where do I begin? That is a big fiasco. That is something that's very sad and unfortunate for her, because I really do feel like she's being hurt behind his actions. For him to portray to be such an advocate of women and to be such a protector and watchdog and look out for us and giving us the best advice, to find out that he's been doing this for so long. It's not something that just started. He's been doing this for a long time. And then to see the wife in the video, she looks really hurt, a little haggard, worn down, like he just dragged her out of the bedroom and said, come on and sit down and do this video. It's like she almost did it like she was forced to do it. And it's just unfortunate, but, she says she's going to stay for the sake of the marriage, and she believes in her marriage, which is good. Every woman has to make their own choice. But like I said, it's such an embarrassment and humiliation to have your man out there in front of almost actually the world, because he has such a large platform, to turn around and do this to her. It's just so sad and unfortunate. And the bottom line is, I believe that he's really trying to sell his book. He has a book that's coming out, and I believe this is really, any attention, negative, positive, whatever you bring attention to yourself during the time that you put a new book out on the market is good tool to make a best-selling book. So I think that's what it's really about. But he did get caught, and what he did was just unbelievable, to bring the woman into his own home and stuff like that. That's just a new level of low.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder if she's not in cahoots with him on it. Now, because of the lies, I just question, if he's not the ultimate manipulator. And that they're in on this together. And it's just like, hey, you come on and you look real sad, and then you say that you are down with me, and that, and she says that she left the house, for a while and all of that kind of stuff. And he had to get her to come back and everything. But, not until this incident did he bring her on camera. Other gurus make references to their wives,
Awesome.
Sometimes you see their wives with them. He never, ever, ever did that. Now, but he went on. He did one of his shows without a shirt on. Now, what kind of crap is that? You know,
Mm.
which should be a red flag to any female. What kind of nonsense is that? For him to do that, it's an indication. I think it's a red flag about his true nature and his true character. Why would you do a show half naked when you are broadcasting to women who want you? I think it was just an open advertisement, because somebody's going to hit you up in your DM and he's going to take them up on it. So I really question that. She has since also done a video by herself, and they keep making a lot of reference to God and God in your life and how you got to get this right. And listen, he was talking about God and being in his life all the time. So now what's so different now? Where was God? Took your shirt off? Where was God when you brought that woman in your house and slept with her in your bed? Where was God then? Out hanging out.
The thing about most people with God is not a soundbite. He's a lifestyle. And when you understand that, it becomes a commitment to living your life according to the gospel versus making people believe that you live that way. See, there's no profit in it for me to convince you. You don't have any power to do anything to me. You can't put me in heaven or hell. You can't give me grace or salvation. So why do I need your approval for my faith? You understand? So whenever people try to sell you their religion, always have one eye open, okay? They'll sell you some swampland and tell you it's prime real estate. Because they are trying to sell you. I don't have discussions with people about my faith. I don't care whether you believe I believe or not.
Right.
That's not, as far as I'm concerned, it's none of your business. You have no heaven or hell to put me in. So any of those, I'm looking at this picture, and can I put it on the screen, Ms.B? Is that okay? Okay. And this is what I see.
Shout out to Joni Wilson Ferguson in the virtual building with us. She says that this is guerrilla marketing at its most basic. Cause a controversy, sell a book, and she says the wife is in on it.
Exactly. And that's the first thing. When I looked at this picture, I don't know if you guys can see it. When I look at this, my first question is, part of counseling, I'm also a body language expert. Okay. So I'm looking at all of this. What you're trying to sell us this. The lady has never been seen with him. Okay.
Never.
He's admitted to cheating on her. Why would she come on looking like this?
Right.
Because the thing is, if even if it's unspoken, most women in that situation would want people to know that they're not frumpy, okay, and downtrodden, that they sexy, they beautiful, or whatever. Right. Your husband just cheated on you. You get in front of the world and you look like a frump. Now, I'm not saying that this may not be her. What I'm saying is it leaves questions. Okay, because I'm reading the body language of this picture, and they are trying to convince. Okay, holding the hands. Okay, she's kind of sitting there, kind of passive, got this kind of I don't want to be here look in her eyes. Okay, she's dressed down. Obviously, she's dressed down to make herself look unattractive and unsexy. Okay. And it's conveying, I look like this. This is why he cheated, but we're going to try to work this thing out because God does heal all things. And this is a hustle. I meet so many people in this industry that are just, they are just hustling you. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of these gurus they really are just hustling you. Because at the end of the day, there are no two relationships alike. There are some universal principles that all relationships operate, but each couple has to approach. There's no magic pill. This is if I can tell people anything about counseling is there's no magic pill. I don't have any magic. When you come to me, I got tools. I take a tool and say, try this tool. This will help you. If you use the tool, it may help you. If it doesn't work for you, we'll get another tool. See, counseling is about helping you find the solution that you want and that gives you the outcome that will fix whatever problem you conceive to be a problem. Okay? Any counselor that sits there and tells you what to do, they're not a counselor. I don't sit there and tell people what to do. My wife doesn't sit there and tell people what to do. We help you to discover where's my pain and what can you put on that pain to alleviate it. Okay? It's hard work. And I can tell you from the perspective also of having been a dysfunctional male. I did not get better until I wanted to be better and I worked on myself. I am personally fed up with men blaming women for their behavior. I was a ratchet man because I was a ratchet man.
No, not ratchet.
It wasn't any woman's fault. Okay? It wasn't because you didn't love me. It wasn't because you didn't speak to me right. I was doing stuff that I wanted to do because I wanted to do them. And I didn't know any.
Ownership, yes.
And so what I had to do at 40 was go back and reinvent myself and recalibrate my manhood. And understand that if I wanted to be a better person, nobody could make me a better person but me. Stop blaming everybody else. It's not mama's fault. It's not the women in my life fault. It's not my ex-wife fault. It's my fault. Because at the end of the day, I am responsible for my conduct and how I treat other people. Right. There's not a woman in my life who is not treated like a queen. Okay? Why? Because I respect and value women. But I had to learn that because everything I grew up learning was women were something to be conquered and preyed upon and manipulated. And that's still being taught. Okay? And I was sharing, Peggy, with Ms.B how I used to really be off the chain. Okay, I'm old now, but back when I was in the military and slim and buff and all of that,
I had a little hair.
I would run through. I would just run through.
He was giving us dashing out there.
The thing was, though, here was the thing. Even in my dysfunction then, I would not lie to women. I was stationed at Fort Stewart and I had 7 girlfriends. And all of them knew about each other. You know why? Because I hate drama. My wife will come in here and laugh right now because the first thing she'll tell me about her husband, he don't like drama. He will not do drama. I don't do drama with nobody. So to avoid that, I would be upfront, say, hey, look, I'm dating so-and-so. I got this girlfriend, this is my friend, this is my friend. I kick it with them or whatever. Yep. If this is not for you, we can't do this.
Right.
And what I discovered, even in my dysfunction, was it was respectful and I was giving them a choice. And a lot of times, guys, listen, a lot of times you would be surprised a woman's decision when she has a choice. Women don't like to be lied to and manipulated. Right. So I learned if I say something to a woman, that's what I need to mean and do. So if you gonna lie, stop messing with her. Leave her alone. Be upfront and put your cards on the table. Say, hey, I just want to date. I like you. I'm attracted to you. I
Yes.
want to kick it with you. But I like Sally or Jane over here. I'm kicking it with her too.
As well.
Give her
Right.
opportunity. Give her
Right.
opportunity. Respect her enough as another person and as an adult to give her opportunity to tell you yes or no. But see, little boys fear rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So they resort to trickery and lying.
Mm.
Hence high value. This is now where we're bringing in the high value man, because when you start to talk about honesty and being upfront and truthful and communicating with a person what your intentions are, you're now pointing
Now,
to a high value man as opposed to men that's out there that's going to lie to you and run game on you and smash and dash.
listen,
So
and,
yes,
and I talked about this high value phenomenon. Guess what? There ain't no high value people, men or women. Because who determines
and
what
you say
high
that
value
because of
is?
what?
Because how do you determine what is high value? How do you
What is
decide
important to you?
what? No, then that's importance. That's not value. Value denotes a worth. Okay, not importance. It denotes a worth of something, meaning that one thing is more valuable than another. See,
Well,
you got to decide what type of person that you want. Okay. And that's what becomes important to you. You want a person that is honest. Okay. You want
that's
a person
valuable
that's
to me.
transparent.
That's valuable to me.
But
It's
how do
important and
you?
it's valuable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you say it's valuable to you, but that's to you. To somebody else, that may not be the value. So you can't say
Right.
high value. That's what's important to you, but it doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that, because what we start doing, we start measuring. Whenever you throw out the word value, we're trying to say, well, this man here, he's worth more than this, and he's superior to this man, or this woman is more superior to her
What's
because of
quality?
what's important to us. Okay, value is a universal system. If you're gonna assign a worth to something, okay, you don't see a car, you don't see one. Say you got a Tesla, right? All
Yeah.
Teslas, when they come out the factory, based on what features they have a price. Okay, you can't go in there to determine what the value of that Tesla is. The manufacturer does that. You see what I'm saying? So when we get
But
into
I can.
the idea of assigning high value, and I never heard that term until I heard Kevin Samuels try to turn that
Coin it.
and make
Coin
it
it.
into a phrase and all of that stuff. Now everybody's running around high value, high value. Ain't no high value. Okay, listen. What floats your boat may not float Ms.B boat.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that the boat captain has less value. Your boat captain can steer a boat just like hers. You get what I'm saying? So we got to get
I
away
get
from
what you're
this
saying.
arbitrary idea of somebody being worth something more than the other person based on some arbitrary rules. What you
No, but
want,
I
there's a
disagree.
man out there that's going to love girlfriend Peggy for the fullness of girlfriend Peggy, because she's beautiful and he's turned on by you, and he can't wait to see he's out there in the daytime with a flashlight looking for you.
Mm.
Now he may not do that for anybody else, but he does that for Peggy. You see what I'm saying? So to
I
you,
understand.
to you, that's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That
Well, what's
becomes
your
your
well, let's
measuring thing.
well, girlfriend Peggy, what's your definition of a high value man or woman for that matter?
Right. Well, I look at value as a person having morals, integrity, being of a sound character, uh, having pride and dignity about themselves, one that can be honest and trustworthy, one that values you as a woman, that can protect you, and that has some chivalry about himself, that can this knows how to look out for you and be in your corner. Like, that's just not going to do all kind of dirty, nasty, rotten things to you, because you have some men out there, like I said, they're going to drag you, they're going to take you through for a ride. They're not hot, they're not of no value. Some men bring value to your life by being able to accommodate you with certain things that help you with things. And it doesn't always have to be monetary or materialistic things. They bring value into your life from the things that they do, that they're able to help you with, guide you through, and vice versa. It works both ways. Those are quality people, and those type of men that are not out for games, that are not just looking to take, take, take. To me, they are high valued men. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that they have to make six figures, that's what makes them a high value person. It's not. It's the importance and the things that they bring to my life and the stress that they help relieve within my life and me vice versa. It's working together as a team. That's valuable to me. Somebody that can come in and be cool and down with my personality and know how to mesh with me and understand my ways. That's valuable to me because some men won't take the time to get to know you, to communicate with you, and they gone, they out. So that's of no value to me if you just want to skip and hop.
And all of those are attributes for the person that you want in your life. It's not a universal measurement. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're wrong for wanting what you want.
Right.
What I'm saying is when we start trying to define and rank people, it gets to be a problem because guess what? Ms.B got a whole different definition and criteria for the person that she wants in her life.
Right, but
that doesn't
they have
mean
their standards.
But that doesn't mean that who she select is any different value than the person that you want for your life. See, we're trying to create. Well, Kevin is trying to say to women, to me, that if a man, if a woman doesn't measure up to this, then she has no value.
Size 3.
Yeah, and for those,
and that's the problem in it.
Yeah, for those people who have joined us who may not have been exposed to him and his method of thinking and the type of show that he does, I do not know for the life of me why women subject themselves to him, why they go on his show seeking to be ranked.
Listen to him. Oh God.
You know, and then he tears them down. He tears them down. So this is basically what happens. They'll call in and they'll say that, that they feel as though that they're a woman that deserves a high value man. His definition of a high value man is a man who makes a lot of money. And because he makes a lot of money, that means that he has choices. His choices have increased. His choices have broadened, and he can get, regardless of his character, his morals, any of those things, he has his choice of women. And so Kevin, on the other hand, ranks women. Now, here's how he ranks women. He says that when he asks you to give you a rank of yourself between 1 to 10, he says, pick any number, but you can't pick 7. Because, most people will just naturally go to the number 7. Some people jump all the way to 10, but, they'll go to a number 7. And he goes, And he says, now, Beyonce is an 8. Kelly Rowland is a 9. And Rihanna is a 10. So if you're not like any of those women, if you don't fall into their category, then, you certainly are not an 8, 9, or 10. So apparently he's putting a lot of weight and emphasis on women who are, rich and famous. And then, of course, slim slim and beautiful. Okay. And so then you can't be a 7. So now you got to pick between 1 and 6. And here's how he helps. The next thing he asks you is, how much do you weigh? All right. Or what's your dress size? And these lie. They will say that they are a dress size, 4 or 6, because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for you to say that you're a dress size 2, 4, or 6. Once you get past that, then it's, you're kind of out of the ballpark. Okay. And then so they'll say I'm a 6, and he say, well, how much do you weigh? And then she might say, oh, I weigh 175 pounds. And I just lay down on the floor and start rolling around, because ain't no bitch that weigh 175 pounds wearing no size 4. Stop lying. And so he says, well, you just, and if you say that you weigh 200 and something, he goes, oh, forget it. You just broke the first rule. So in order to be a high value woman, you need to be in your 20s and not have any children. Once there's a child involved and there's no father present, then you minus a point. Once you're in your 30s or 35 or whatever, then he starts playing this music and say that you're in the dead zone, and that you will probably never find a man, not a high value man, and you're going to die alone. It is outrageous. So
devastating, terrible.
Yeah, that's how he says, listen, you want a high value man. If you get one to pay attention to you, then you have to subject yourself to whatever this man wants. If he wants to play around with other women, then you just have to accept that. Because
that sounds to me like a man that has been hurt by women.
I agree.
And there's anger there, and he may even be that little church dude that we all knew growing up, who mama wouldn't let him date no girls, and then he got out in the world and he tried to go wild and he couldn't get women. And it sounds like that to me. Like it doesn't sound like he has had a process of healthy relationship experiences where he's grown.
He's an angry little man.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like he's an angry little dude.
Angry, bitter little fella. Yeah.
And
listen, Cheryl Walker is in the building. She says, hello. She says, hell, I'm 170 pounds and I wear a size 8. Well, he looking for women who wear a size 2, 4, or 6. But girl, let me tell you something. Cheryl Walker is fine as wine. And she's, I think she's got to be almost 6 feet tall, if not. So you can carry that. And it is distributed in all of the places that anybody would want anything to be distributed. Hello, my love. Thanks for checking in. I'm glad to have you.
You know what? When we get to this thing of high quality and qualifications, we are telling everybody that unless you meet this criteria, you can't find love, and that's an absolute lie. Right. Okay, that's because there is a man out there. There's a man out there that will that's gonna love you if you got 6 kids. Okay, he may be looking for a woman with 6 kids. It's somebody out there for everybody. You can go down. You can go down into the hood. I have to take it to the hood. I have to show my people some love. But you go down to any hood and you'll find a couple. You'll be like, how they together? Because it don't look.
They do.
But that thing works for them.
Yes.
That thing works for them, and that's all that matters. Yes. Everybody has somebody that floats their boat. So we can't pretend. It's very unhealthy to pretend that every relationship is just alike. Okay, it's some women out there would find me very unattractive. It's women that find me attractive. Okay, it's women I find attractive and don't find attractive. I have to look and make sure my wife. Looking here. Listen. I used to date this girl. This was way before my wife, right? And y'all, this girl was so damn fine. I mean, fine. But she looked like Kermit in the face. And my mom and my sister, they used to roast me. And I'd be like, yeah, but that doggone booty.
Woo!
And I mean, now we were friends with benefits. Okay. but baby had a body on her. You hear me? But
Slam.
that face, hey, she was a butterface. Trust me, she was a butterface. But that body, and sometimes with men, because we're visual, we can speed. We'll go past the speed bump. And and the thing I enjoyed my little time with her, we kept it 100. What it was is what it was. Okay.
Mhm.
And guess what?
Right.
She had 5 kids.
Hello. Because
And we
everybody
kicked
like
it.
that
And,
booty.
and you know the thing about it was we was friends with benefits, but we had a great friendship as well.
Understanding.
We could just sit there and just kick it and stuff. It wasn't
Have a good time.
anything like, oh, you know, we together, I want to marry you. She didn't want to marry me. It was just she wanted to just kick it too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
sometimes we don't
exactly.
want to do that.
when we
Sometimes we
put
don't
these,
want nothing from you but that.
yeah, and that's okay. If that's where you are, that's okay. We've
Right.
got to learn 90% of the problems in the world can be solved if people mind their own damn business.
Hello, somebody.
Okay, 90%
we
of the
can't do
problems in
that.
the world can be solved if people mind their own business.
Yeah, but they putting it out there. So when you put it out there for the world to see, it becomes everybody's business. So hence we're gonna talk and conversate about it and get the
And
tea.
Ray and brother Ray, I respect that. But again, that's particular to you. We all have our different degrees of importance. What's important to you is not necessarily important to me. So we have to understand when we talk in absolutes for everybody else, we're way off. We're talking from our experience
On
and
perspective.
our
Yeah.
taste and our likes. Okay. And we're trying. We're trying to make each other fit definitions and dynamics that are personal to us. Okay.
Right.
And so we get into the habit of, well, girl, I wouldn't put up with that I wouldn't take that from no man. Well, she want to take it.
Hello.
If she's there, she wants to take it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And so we have to be mindful that your shoe, Ms.B, won't fit on Peggy's foot, and Peggy's shoe won't fit
My
on
shoes
my
are
foot.
one of a kind. My shoes are one of a kind. Absolutely.
And that's about the unique human experience. We're all
Right.
different. And
Yes.
we need to learn how to accept that difference instead of trying to make everybody fit in one particular box.
Yes.
Okay, we've got to learn that lesson because all we're doing is creating chaos.
Yeah. And you know, that's why we started this show, because we took such offense to what he was saying to women and saying that you know, you're looking for a high value man, but you're just a 5, you're just average. What makes you think that you deserve that? And you know, we were like, what kind of lie are he's telling? And we didn't want women to walk away. I still don't understand, to save my life, why they subject themselves to him. And someone else in the chat is saying the same thing. Look, he does that because it gets him views. You know, he's almost like if you know radio, he's almost like a Black Howard Stern. It's the controversy, it's the contrast that that gets people to, you know, conflict and talk about it. And so he does that, of course, to increase his ratings, his subscriptions, you know, subscribers and all of that. So that works for him. On the other side, you have all of the gurus who are doing just the opposite because that works for them. But this guru, that Derrick Jaxn, with his nonsense, is all of the talk. You know, tonight, that's what we've been talking about. If you're just joining us, the lies that Derrick Jaxn told. He was a relationship guru, supposed to be a good guy, breaking the code and you know, a peek behind the scenes about what men really think and do and say and want, and how he's on their side, and you know what you should and should not do. And this is just how much of a liar he is. He did a show, and he said a woman called in and asked him. She said, "Listen, I've been separated from my husband for 3. And I think I want to date. Should I date?" And he says, "Oh, Absolutely not. No, no, you shouldn't date because you're still married, and so that would break your
Hey,
marriage.
Cheryl.
And meanwhile, he
Mhm.
was probably
And
he
he,
was probably in her DM later on, trying if she give him some. He was such a liar, screwing
back at
everything
the
that wasn't.
ranch,
But
back at the
here's the
ranch,
thing.
getting it in.
Again, I go back to the fact of having uh, a mature um, viewpoint about women for a man. When a man matures and understand who he is, he's less likely to engage in that kind of behavior and do all these things. A cheater, and I want the audience to hear me. Cheating is never about you. It's
Mm,
always about the person who cheats.
mhm.
Okay?
I
There's
agree.
something within them that they have not resolved where they cannot be honest and maintain the fidelity of a relationship. If you
Right.
don't want to be in a relationship, then
Don't
say
have
that.
the one. Right.
Cheating is usually about something unresolved, some emotional unresolved aspect to that person's personality. Okay, whether it's nurturing or trust issues, there is a deeper psychological reason that a person cheats. For me, I can tell you when I was a cheater, it was about trust. Okay,
No, I
and it
believe
was
it's
more or less
immaturity.
like I don't trust the women I'm with. I need to have an exit plan. Okay.
Really.
Yes.
What?
Because
It wasn't about just the joy of conquering. It wasn't about it wasn't about the excitement of having sex with a
no,
variety of different sex with
no,
different people.
no,
No.
So what
no.
you're saying is you had to
Because
have an exit
because
plan.
because here's the thing. Most men, I think, are looking for that person that can win their heart. It's a lot. Listen, cheating is a lot of work.
Oh, mhm.
Cheating is a lot of work. And
Yeah,
as
we
a
know.
person who did not like the drama, it was a lot of work. I don't like drama. Okay. But here I was creating opportunity for drama to be central in my life by my behavior. And what it was I could not trust the women completely in my life with all of me.
Ah.
You see what I'm saying? I couldn't
Yeah, with
share.
all of you, with all of your idiosyncrasies, with all of your
Right.
secrets.
Yes. All my secrets, all of my hopes, my fears, my dreams. I couldn't bond with that person. So in a relationship, being unable to do that, you can't cleave. Many
Ah.
To
people
one
are in
person.
relationships, and the minute they get in the relationship, they're already looking at the exit door. This is
Yep.
why you have people talking about, oh, that was my starter marriage. A starter marriage, yeah, I'm gonna mess up, so I'll mess up and learn what not to do in this one, and then I'll get married again. A lot of
Oh.
people have that
Mm,
mentality.
Oh.
Okay,
I never heard of that.
yeah,
me
so
either.
there's a term called starter marriage,
Oh,
and
okay.
that marriage usually lasts anywhere from 2 to 5 years. Then they exit,
Hmm.
and and
Okay.
and
That's
people, what happens a lot of times in these relationships, we we substitute orgasms for intimacy.
mm.
Yeah,
You
I have
think
that.
you
Lust for
think
love.
because
Yeah.
you think because you think because they made you orgasm, you in love.
Yeah.
And
Right. Lust for love. Straight lust for
the
love.
mind tricks you. There are chemicals that go on. Do you know that the
Orphans.
minute you have sex with someone, you secrete oxycontin, okay?
Hmm.
Yes.
And the amount that's released during sex makes you want to mate with that person and bond to that person. So your brain chemistry is changed, and now you begin to look at this person. That's why your girlfriends can say, "Child, he's a hot mess." You're like, "No, girl, he got me wide open." You can't see his flaws because that every time you're around him, that oxy is hitting your brain, and you're like, "Oh, Leroy, I love you so. You made me come 3 times last night." Hey, you tell all your girlfriends about it, and so you're drugged. You are drugged. So when that's happening in that eros, okay, in that eros mindset that the sex now has you in, you're willing to overlook what his obvious flaws and issues are because you're addicted to the drugs that he releases in you. And the same thing goes to guys. You like, boy, Keisha got John nose wide open. She cheating with everybody. He can't see it. Well, we're human too. Okay, we're human too. So we have to keep all of these things in mind. The human relationships are fascinating. This is why I specialize in it. It's fascinating to watch people interact. Because a lot of times, a lot of the behavior is learned behavior from home. See, we learn at home how to love. We learn at home how to be family. Okay. None of us go to family school. You didn't go to love school, did you?
No.
So everything you know consciously and unconsciously about relationships, you learn in your household and in your circle group.
Yeah.
So no wonder so many people are bad at it because nobody's ever had formal training at what it means to be in love or be in a relationship. Love is amazing. True love is amazing. I want it for everybody. That's why I teach this stuff, because you can have it. There is somebody that's going to love Ms.B beyond the moon. There's somebody that's going to love girlfriend Peggy beyond the stars. But you have to have the right tools in your toolkit to meet that person and understand that they are the one. We keep getting these imposters that come in. Child, you so cute. And y'all tell them how to get there. Oh, my favorite flowers is lilies. So he send you 5 bunches of lilies to your job, and all your girlfriends. Oh, child, he the one. Now you married somebody because he sent you 5 bunches of lilies to your job and impress your girlfriends. And you find out he a drunk. Okay, he a drunk. He stay out. He cheat and all that stuff.
Exactly. Ray said that
only boy growing up. Who?
He's saying that that's who that man that you're so crazy about is. You going crazy over him, and you're gonna be his 4th wife.
Yeah, and that happens. But a lot of times, what happens is women get stuck trying to nurture guys who have not matured. There's a book out called Male versus Men by DeAndre Whitfield. If you want to read something that's off the chain and powerful, and ladies, y'all want to get into the mind of a man, this is the best book I could ever recommend you read. Okay?
Wow.
Because this brother lays it down about who men are. And you're right. I would get on there and talk to Ricardo, okay? And talk to Brother Ray, because ladies, there are some brothers out there who find a guy that's not interested in you sexually and ask him to tell you the truth about who men are. Because there's brothers out there that's going to tell you the truth. Find you somebody that respects you as a sister and loves you as that female person in their life, honest and true, filial love, brotherly love, and ask them to teach you about men. Stop listening to your girlfriend. Your girlfriends are the worst, okay? Because all they can tell you is from their experience point of view. They're not going to tell you the inner workings of a man, Because men, believe it or not, men are simple. Men, we so simple and we so easy.
Well,
Okay.
listen, on that note, we're going to wrap up the show. You've given us some homework. You gave us a book that we need to read. Will you please say the name of the book and the author again?
Man versus Male, DeAndre Whitfield. Is on Amazon. You want that book.
All right. So we're going to go.
It's better than that thing that Steve Harvey put out. That's for sure.
Oh, okay. Good news. Thank you. So we're gonna make that our personal homework, and then we'll have to read that, and then we'll invite you back because you said something else, and that is women need tools. They need the tools to find the right one, and really that was the catalyst that birthed this show, wanting to. Just cast aside the things that men were saying to women that kept them imprisoned emotionally when it came to relationships, and to be able to tell women and men, because there are men who are looking for just that right woman to bring into their life as well. Women are not out here alone searching for that. There's a man who is looking for his right woman, his good woman. And so I want you to come back so you can tell us about what those tools are. What do we need to put in, what do we need to do for ourselves, and what do we need to have in our toolbox to make it what we really want a reality. So can we do that with you?
Oh yeah, because we need to talk about why women make the choices they do. That it starts there.
Okay.
So I will gladly, you got me anytime you want me.
Yes.
Just let me know. I'll show up and stuff. And I'm gonna get my wife to come on here so she can.
Please. The next time we'll do both. Okay, we'll have both.
Our story is very powerful. And she's the one that really taught me about love and trust. And it just, her love and her trust changed my life.
Wow.
I mean, literally.
Wow. That is awesome.
I would not have become the person I am without a woman like her. And so I always give honor and homage to her. People always talk about, you always talk about your wife. Yeah, because she's amazing. And she's a beautiful person. I mean, I love her to death. And I have no qualms about letting anybody know that. I don't, Ms.B will tell you, I don't play about my baby.
Not the radio, no sir.
Not one. Ain't no side chicks, ain't no boo things, ain't no booty calls. That's it. No, none of that. They try to call. One of my friends call my wife, say, hey, first lady. I say, she's the only lady. Because if there's a first lady, there's a second lady. That's why they call. Did y'all know that? Because
I didn't know that.
In the church now, this is what some pastors told me. That's why they use the term first lady, because there's a second lady. Now,
that's on the Christian side, because on the street side, you the bottom bitch. If you were to pick
the wife-in-law,
bottom bitch. Okay, that's the street terminology, from that world. So on the Christian side, then you're the first lady. Isn't that nice? I did not know that.
So
I don't know about the good shit.
So yeah, it's crazy. I tell you, but I'll be more than happy to come back and get on here.
Good, because me and Peggy are looking. Maybe I shouldn't say looking, but we certainly are open to educating ourselves about what we need to do different at this stage in our lives to find and meet and connect with the right man for us. The right man for her, the right man for me, not just one man for the both.
And he is out there.
And we believe that. We believe that sincerely. We believe that sincerely. So on that happy note, I want to thank you so much, my friend, and for being with us tonight. We appreciate you. Love you. Thank you to everybody who was in the virtual building with us tonight. You all are so awesome. So awesome. That's right, Rudy.
Oh, let me get a shout out to my friend Cheryl. I saw you. Hello. I love Cheryl to death. Amazing person. And when Cheryl, when Tesla comes in the building too. Yeah, when Tesla comes to town, Cheryl, we got to hook up. They are fun. They are beautiful people. I tell you, her Tesla, Figaro, and Cheryl, they're my girls right there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Sandra Davison. We appreciate you being in the building too, and all of our friends and family for joining us every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. live. It's Raw Talk with girlfriend Peggy and yours truly, me, Ms.B. Of course, now you know that you can join us on Facebook at Raw Talk or on YouTube at Real Ass Women Raw Talk. This was phenomenal. We thank you so much for being with us. Y'all were everything. Just absolutely everything. There you go. Cheryl says, thank you, baby. That is an absolute must, and she's going to be there. So next week, my baby brother, Ricardo Braggs, joins us. We'll talk about Chivalry is Not Dead. That is his book. We are also going to feature his new music because he does both of them together. A phenomenal R&B artist on his way up doing his thing. And so that's what's going to be happening. Thank you so much. Good night, girlfriend Peggy. Good night, Terrell.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Terrell.
I'm Ms.B. Love you, baby.